Having a home is a major part of most people's life. Their home is their sanctuary, it's their place of refuge to get away from the public, to heal from a sickness, to spend time with loved ones or family. A nomad, a person who lives full time on the road, whether it's out of their car, van, or RV, a nomad has technically no home. That's the difference between a nomad and 99% of society. A nomad's a full-time traveler, full-time on the road. Now, of course, there's a homeless population, totally destitute, but we're talking about people, whatever their financial circumstance, they're on the road, okay? So some people have more financial resources or less, but either way, there's the nomad and there's 99% of society. So the vast majority of society has a home. 1% of society does not. And how does it feel to be a nomad versus a homeowner? And when I say homeowner, even if you rent an apartment or rent a room, I'm kind of putting you in a category of having a home for the purpose of this video. Why? Because there's a different mindset towards life. There's a different routine within your daily habits, within your daily errands that takes place when you have a home, whether you own it or rent it. And as a nomad, even when you're staying at a campground for 2 weeks or a month at an RV park, there's a different mindset. The mindset is kind of like rebel, not connected to society, not submissive to the status quo. So for the past 24 hours, I've been visualizing possibly buying a home base, which I have done a few times over the course of the past couple years, because one thing I said, if I ever did buy a home base again, it would be an RV lot in Florida. And I have flirted with the idea, and I'm flirting with the idea now. I may or may not do it, and I'm just talking it out. I'm having fun with it. I'm window shopping, and that's part of what I like to do because I don't need to rush. Rushing leads to regret, but there's a different mindset in having a home. What is that mindset? Well, in the last 24 hours, I've been visualizing, role-playing me owning this RV lot, going back to it every day and living that life within my daily routine. There's a certain rhythm, way different than the nomad life. And the rhythm of having a home, I feel more civilized. I don't feel like, I got, shit hanging from my car. I'm talking in my phone. I'm passionate. I'm wild, because I'm I'm anti-society right now. You know what I mean? I'm living on edge. That's how it is. I'm living this nomad life. Now, some people say this life crazy, but it's an interesting life. It's a fun life. It's a wild life. Immediately, when I think about owning an RV lot, I see myself being more civilized, just like I was for 15 years. I owned a condo, and you become part of society. There were studies that show that when people own a home, pride of ownership, society is more civil and structured. And that's why there is value to keeping the masses in structure order when you have home ownership, because even though you don't own anything, technically you own equity in the property, but you still have to pay property taxes even if you don't have a mortgage. But it keeps society more in order. Okay, people have more attachment, more respect for their surroundings when they own something. When you're a nomad, I respect my environment, but you're fuck it, I'm just here, I'm just doing this. And it's a mindset. It's a different mindset that you look at yourself, at life, at people, how people perceive you. Right now, I don't give a fuck how you perceive me. I know you judge me. I know everyone judges me watching these videos. But I also know that even if they're disgusted by certain things, there's a craving for the amount of freedom that you can come on camera. You're not attached to anything. You don't have utility bills. You don't have property taxes. You don't have neighbors. You have minimum bills. You say, oh, fuck, I love this shit. But I can never do it, so I'll live through this guy. And I get it. Now, have I felt that, like thinking about a home base? Now I think about like me in a robe, doing a video talking about philosophy, talking about my time on the road. Everything has a season, but the difference between a home base and a full-time nomad is a mindset. It's a routine. It's civilization versus renegade. It's conformity versus bucking the status quo. It's a way of living. I am a respectful person. I don't have any problems with the law. I obey the laws. I park legally. I do everything in order. Okay? But I'm still less than 1% of society with regards to how I live. I'm a full-time nomad, and I'm kind of like bucking the system without sticking my nose in the system. Anyone who's thinking about being a nomad, or anyone in life, whether you rent, own, whatever, one of my life lessons that I hope you take heed to is you want to buck the system, you want to ask for reform, you want to live life on your terms, go for it. But avoid poking the system in the eye or sticking it to them, or, don't anger the beast, okay? Again, there's a time where you have to buck. There's an injustice, there's something immoral, okay? But what I'm telling you, most of the time, if you're just like kind of like you want to live a different life and you're allowed to, but maybe you got to comply with a certain amount of rules, don't stick your thumb in the system's face. Like, just do your thing, be quiet, and go to the side, okay? That's what I tell you as far as just a philosophy in life. Again, there's exceptions to every rule that I'm saying, but I kind of like to be in the cut, okay? But when you own property, or when you rent property, when you have a home, you're part of the system. You're not bucking the system. You got neighbors. You're going to pick up your mail every day at the same spot. You're a local. You know what I mean? Like right now, I'm not attached to anything. But I'm not bucking the system. I'm respecting the laws. I'll tell you, psychopaths respect the law. Okay? Law and order. Now, but I'm not in vote for Trump. Come on, don't get upset. But I don't know, man. It's a different way. Like, you look at politics, you look at everything different. When you're part of the system versus anti-system. You're more civilized when you have a home, it's true. Nomads, you're more like rebel, man. It's true. Are you more passionate being a nomad? Yeah, I would say so, because you're in survival mode. Like, even though, like, I'm not going to starve to death, ain't nothing going to happen to me, look, it's a little bit more dangerous living on the road because you're in the public more, you're driving more, you're around people more. So, but I'm in survival mode, like, all the time. Again, not that, like, it's like this scary thing, but it's a real thing. When you have a house, whether you rent or you own, guys, you ain't in survival mode. You're paying your bills. That's survival mode a little bit. Maybe you're dealing with some neighbors, but you're not like, dodging psychopaths at the all-night gas station. You know what I mean? It's like, it's a different mode. It's a different mindset. It's a different way of living. This video is summed up in what's the difference between having a home, whether you rent or own, versus being a nomad. It's a mindset. Having a home is a civilized way to live. It's daily routines that are pretty similar. Being a nomad is kind of like anti the system, rebel. Your routine can change because your environment can change, and there's an energy that's in survival mode, and that kind of leaks into a passion and a creativity. Now, now it could get risky, but it's there, and then, so it's two different ways of life. What do you want to do? How long can you sustain either? Look, you can have a home forever, whatever, living on the road full time. Can you do that forever? There's nothing forever. I did a video about that. Nothing's forever. But it's a different way of life. That's kind of what I'm trying to convey in this video. 3 years full-time I've lived on the road. 15 years I've owned a home. So I know both sides. And I know that there's no perfect answer on either side. You want to live below your means financially. You want to live in an area you're inspired by. You want to keep a level of flexibility. And obviously you want to look after your health and your well-being, your safety, all those things. So hopefully this video just sparks something, whether you're thinking about living in a car, you are living in a car. Shout out to all my friends, Gail, everyone out there living in a car. You're living in a house. Shout out to everyone out there living that Home Depot life. Or you're renting. Shout out to everyone who's got a scumbag roommate they can't get rid of. So guys, look, You know what I mean? That's what it is. Coming live from my car. Subscribe to this channel. Click that blue join button if you'd like to be a member. That'll unlock access to all my live feeds. You come in here, chat. We can talk about life real time. Okay, check out my playlist. I documented 3 years on the road. I got playlists about moving to Florida, playlists about, cut off your ungrateful family members. I got playlists about everything. I'm sharing with you real life, okay? Look, guys, this ain't no set. This is real life, okay? Coming at you. Click that thumbs up. Leave a comment below. If you're a psychopath, you'll get blocked quick. Why? Because I know you got 5 different profiles, but I got more energy than you. I got more passion than you, but I'm still praying for you. Why? Because I don't have hate in my heart, but I don't want to fuck with you. All right? God bless.